Welcome to the channel. We got charts galore. We got everything you want. Oh, even though we're down $142,000 from our recent high, I could still hit those high notes singing a little to you on this Sunday. August 4th, 2024, 12:47 p.m. Beautiful sunshine outside. Lady is in the pool. Girls are at work. Kid 3 is finally awake after he had a date night last night. Took the old Mustang GT out. Went to a local pizza place that we love, and apparently by the end of the night, they watched a couple of movies, and it is official. She is now his girlfriend. So I know you were waiting for that report, so I thought I'd give it to you. Back from Michigan, we had an absolute blast. Rented a house on Lake Michigan up in Montague, which is just south of Shelby, Michigan. Just steps. We just had to walk a couple steps down, and we were on the beach from the back deck of the house. So that was a great time. But the end of the week was not a great time at all. Not at all. I had 2 wrecked days in a row. This was Friday's numbers, down $43,661 on a Friday alone. Still have 2 positions on the board, $27 Bitto, which of course is sitting pretty because Bitto is making my butt stink. Where are they at? 2010. So we get back to a 19 handle, which it looks like we will tomorrow. Probably add some more action there. And then I just got in too early, got in a little early on my Devon 10 contracts, 1042 strike put contracts. So I'm way down on my whiskey there. And because Devon, Clean Spark, PBF, UCO, all just taking me to the woodshed. Let's get to a couple of things. Well, you know what? First, I wanted to show you this of one thing that I got kind of right recently, just to run the numbers, which always interests me. And that was TMF, which is a 3 times directional bull of the TLT. I had been watching TLT for the last couple of months, waiting for an entry. And believe it or not, I think we called the bottom on the TLT, which of course then corresponds directly to the TMF. So here you can see, move your head just a little. You can see we made 2 purchases on July 24th, 1,000 shares at 48.76 and then 500 shares at 48.13. Sold some puts on the same, there it is. Sold some puts on the same day, 5 contracts, and collected $465. Sold $52 calls on the 26th, collected $735 on our position. And then on the 31st, I bought to close the $47 puts, gave back $20. And that is what went on. Now, let's take a look at, and here is, no, don't go to that yet. Go to the chart. So here's the TLT chart. And this writing looks weird because I've manipulated the size of the chart since I wrote these things out, which this was, if we look at the date here, there it is. You see it at the bottom, Wednesday, July 24th. So that was the bottom, and we called that. You know what they say about blind squirrels, right, Terry? Yep. Even they can find a nut. So I'm still very bullish on TLT. It had a classic 1-2-1-2 setup for what is now confirmed to be that third powerful leg up. Let's move down here a little. Can you move? Give it a second and it will move. There it is. Okay, so let's make this a little bigger. Make this bigger, drag it over some more. We love to do it live when we're moving these trading view charts around, don't we? Come on, you're not participating. Can we do this? There, we got a little hold on it. Move it over. All right, so here is what I'm currently looking at, because you can see, and I didn't take any of this out just to show you in real time. So we put in the Here I was looking to take out 94.59. We just basically bounced our head on it and went down. So I extended the line out just to see if we would cross it. Called the bottom at 91.50, blind squirrel type of Magic 8-Ball stuff. Then we did take out 94.59. So I'm like, next target's 96. And look what it did. It was like, hey, I'm going to cooperate. And I was like, look at that. Boy, genius. But then it said, no, I think I'm going to extend and take out your shares, your $52 TMF shares. So that's what went on. I left a bunch of money on the table as far as those calls were concerned. I tried to look at rolling them, but it just wasn't equitable. So I thought, let's just book the profit and then see where it stands. So here's what went on. Here's the 7/24, July 24th. We had the buy, and the put. In the total buy, we spent $72,825 on that. There's the share prices. There's our average, $48.55. Collected $465 on the put. 2 days later, sold all of the contracts that we had available at a 52 strike for an August 2nd expiration. Collected $734. On the last day of the month, we did buy those puts closed, the 46 strike puts closed, gave back $20. And then on Friday, August 2nd, we were assigned and we had those 1,500 shares stripped from our possession. And in doing so, we were presented with some cash, $78,000 worth. So let's see how we did here. Let's go to this. So we ended up being 63.54 in the green. Let's mark it with a B and put some bold on it. And let's see, 7, 8, 9. So we're 9 days in the trade. 9 days in the trade. Let's make that. We like to make that blue, right? Make that blue. 9 days in the trade. So let's get out the abacus and do the Fantasyland math because that's my favorite. That's my favorite math. So there's our $6,354, $6,354 divided by our initial investment of $72,825 divided by the number of days in the trade. That was 9. And then multiplied by the annualized 365. So that gives us 353% annualized. See, that's why we call it Fantasyland math. 353% annualized. And we need a smiley face. No, we need the guy with the money tongue. Put the money tongue in there. So, did I leave a bunch of cash on the table? Yeah, absolutely. It should have just remained a swing trade instead of a options trade. I should have let the runners run because that's exactly what it did. So now I'm putting together what I feel will be the next moves. So is there more room to the north? Absolutely, but it could start. It's going to turn down very soon if it's following the pattern that it is showing itself to be following, which is the classic 1-2-1-2 start followed by the 3-4-5. So we should see a turn down in that fourth wave, and I'd like to see 96 hold, and then from there we should can't get a grip of this screen. Yeah, there's a little grip of the screen. Let it catch up. We should be heading up to that fifth wave, and around 102 is that number. So if this plays out exactly what we're talking about or close to what we're talking about here, I'll go back into TMF as it is showing signs of bottoming in wave 5, and then let that winner run in wave, did I say 5? This is 4. So on the way down in 4, if it's showing that's exactly what it's doing and the bottoming is getting highly probable, we'll get back into TMF and then ride it up into the atmosphere. So that is what went on the trade we got right. What did we get wrong? We got USO wrong, left some language in here, which is hard to see now. Tried to call a local bottom here, and it just kept going downtown to Chinatown. But it does currently present itself as another classic 1-2-1-2 start to what hopefully will be a bottom and then a bingo, bango, bongo that third wave up. Now, a couple of things to look at. One would be we have to take out 77.77, which I've had on the board since last week. And I would like to see that, of course, sooner rather than later to make me feel less nauseous about my current oil positions. But, we'll watch this carefully because it could easily get back down here to about 70-50 range before it finds a reversal. I'm hoping it reverses before it gets there, but I would put that number in place as seriously need to hold there. And then we should see, according to my current thesis, we should see it take off. And then the first sign would be taking out the 77.77. The confirmation would be take out 82.50. So I'll put those in writing on the board offline because TradingView doesn't like to cooperate on my computer when I am recording screens. Let's go to silver. Silver is looking excellent, believe it or not. So we have a couple of things. I've had this take out 28.50 on the board. You can see how I've extended that line a long time, and it didn't cooperate. In fact, it just plummeted. But since it plummeted, I think it's found it went sideways, and which metals do all the time. But since this, call it 27.50, it has shown nothing but bullish. Obviously, Friday was a rough day, but even during the day. So I put this in, I think on probably it was probably Thursday, I would say I put on the hold 28 for bullish, and it did, and then it didn't, but then on the same day it reversed and it came back all the way back up above the 28.50. So those are very bullish signs. So what we have to do, though, we got to see sustained over 28.50, which I think it will show itself as soon as tomorrow, Monday. But then we need to take out this 29.20 and then rapidly work our way through the 29.44. And then from there, we're going to be flying right up to, 32. Probably more, 32.50, probably more. But it won't be a straight line. But the straight line should present itself through this 29.44 within the next 3 trading days. That is our take there. Very bullish on silver. Currently just nervous about oil. Still bullish, but nervous. So I would take silver over oil. As far as local moves concerned, gold's looking good as well. Did we call the low here? I think we have. I think we've called the low here. And then I put this line in here and didn't have any verbiage on here, but we needed to take out the 24.33. We took it out. Friday, it just plummeted, as you know, but even before the end of the day on Friday, it made its way back up over this 24.33, which is what we are looking for bullish activity. So next we want to see that trend continue and take out the 24.84. And then I think from there, we're definitely going to 2,500 on the next move. But what am I nervous about? I'm nervous about the Bitcoin. And I put this on, I believe it wasn't Saturday. It had been Friday because I did that in Michigan. I put a big box in here just because that's what Bitcoin has the potential to do. I didn't think the bottom of that box was going to be in jeopardy, but let's see. Can we grab a hold of this? Oh boy, yeah. Move that up a bit just to show you why I'm nervous, because not only did it test and then retest, but now it has plummeted not only to the box, but through the box. So we need to see this move. I want to see this today before the day's even over, that we get back to at least 57,791 and then show us signs that it's going to take out 61. Otherwise, this thing could continue to plummet all the way down to 50. So we need to hold and then pivot, or we could be looking at a continued plummet down all the way to 50,000, which then, if that's the case and it shows strong signs of bottoming, that could mean the next move up is strong and profound. So we'll be keeping an eye on all of those things. I missed you during the week, had a few different failed video attempts because, where we were on the beach was pretty rural. Do I see a little green action there? It was pretty rural. How low did we get here? 57.1. Oh, yeah, we're showing signs as we speak, brothers and sisters. Yes, let's get back up over that 57.9 and then continue to go back out of this box. That could be done as early as today, which would make me feel very nice. And then take out that 60. Take out the 60 on its way back up. That's what we're looking at. As I was saying, spotty internet service, but not spotty fun. Lots of fun, good times. Fab Five back again. Thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe. What did you say? I think I said subscribe. Like, subscribe, comment, share with a lovable friend, and I'll check in again with you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow.